Yo, what is up? Can you hear me? Chat. Yes. Okay. Spurs got the win. Again, wasn't pretty, but kind of the way we've been getting wins this year. Grinding it out. It's so good to have a guy like De'Aaron Fox down the stretch who we could just go to. He can get to his spots, close out games, get to the free throw line. And obviously, Dylan Harper was back tonight, but we don't get this win tonight without Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell gets a lot of shit from a lot of people, but he was big tonight. Obviously, Fox was our go-to guy, but Devin did play a huge role tonight. Oh, sorry guys. 5 watching. What's up, guys? Welcome to the live. I was live earlier and I had to hop off, but I did want to come back, do a post game recap. It was a good win. Again, it wasn't the prettiest most of the night. Danny Advia he's gone to another level with his game. It seems like he kind of got tired out at the end. That's why he missed those 6 free throws in a row, thankfully. Um, Portland's got a good young team. When they're healthy, Drew Holiday's out. Uh, Matthias Thybulle is out. Dame Lillard, obviously. They just got back Shaden Sharp, so he wasn't, fully healthy. They got a nice young team, Portland. Um, what up? What up? What up? Are they doing a post game? What up, y'all? Um, yo, I'm back, Martian. What's up, man? That was a stressful one, huh? Man, Danny Advia was driving me fucking crazy. That dude was killing us. He definitely got burned out at the end, though. He missed those 6 free throws. I was just saying, Martian, I think it's so nice to be able to have a guy like De'Aaron Fox that you could just go to down the stretch to close out games. especially with Vic being out and Steph. I would imagine that if Steph was healthy, he would have had on ball duties with Advia. Not to say Advia wouldn't have played the way he did, but I think De'Aaron Fox was on him most of the night. Again, I think the Trailblazers have a nice little team, man. When they're healthy, they're gonna be good. Is that his career? His Spurs high 37? And we have to give Devin some credit, man. Devin played huge tonight, especially in that first quarter. Without Devin in that first quarter, we might have been in trouble. Because De'Aaron Fox took a while to warm up. Devin was aggressive earlier. He was hitting his shots. Jeremy, he had some open looks tonight. They didn't fall. I was hoping he'd turn the page on that shot, but hopefully he'll get it together. But the last couple of games, he's struggled after he looked really good those first couple of games with his shot. Keldon, another game where he's just an absolute animal. Julian, y'all know my beef with Julian sometimes. When he's not scoring the ball, it usually takes him out of the rest of the game. But tonight, he was grabbing rebounds. He was in there fighting. I really I was pleasantly happy with Julian tonight. The way he performed. Again, he didn't hit a lot of shots. It wasn't a lot of offense, but he did a great job crashing the boards and helping Luke, Kelly down low, as well as Keldon. Again, Keldon's a fucking animal down low. And then Fox just took us home. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any help from Golden State. Houston beat Golden State without Kevin Durant, without Steven Adams. So they stay at 12-4. We're at 11 and no wait. We're at 11-5, I think. Or 12-5, I'm sorry. Let me confirm that. Yeah, 12-5. Houston's 12-4. We had a chance to be tied with them for fourth tonight if Golden State could have won. We did get some help earlier from OKC. As much as I hate to root for OKC, we needed them to beat Minnesota to give us that, some room there. So we are currently holding that fifth spot. Right behind us, the Suns, two games behind us. Then Minnesota. But I like the way they closed it out, David. But it's that same old thing, and I know we're, shorthanded. I was just saying, without Devin, we wouldn't have stayed in that game for sure. In that first quarter, especially because it took De'Aaron Fox a while to get started. And I agree with you, man. Devin was huge tonight, dude. Huge. We're down big in that first quarter without Devin. It's been a lot of games. He has held it down. I agree, man. I don't understand why people continue to bash on Devin. I understand sometimes he's not the most consistent, but for the most part this year he has been. That mid range Devin has is just Beautiful. That little jumper he has in mid range. Are they doing post game tonight? How can he be if he has the fourth option? That's true. Yeah. Yep. Keldon and Julian were really big on the glass tonight. Was happy to see their contributions helping out Luke down low. Because Luke had his hands full all night with Robert Williams and Donovan Clingan. That was tough for Luke. So what's the word on Steph, man? Probably out Friday still. I was just saying that right before you came on, David, that it had seemed like Jeremy kind of turned the page with his shot, but these last couple of games he's struggled a little bit with it, and he had some open ones tonight. And I understand they're not all gonna fall, but need him to be as consistent as possible. He was hovering around that 39% mark. I'd imagine that's dropped drastically in the last couple of games. It's gonna be interesting what we do, man. I think we definitely have some opportunity with Bismack Biombo. Um, we need a young, athletic big who can. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate that, man. I really do. You don't know how much that means, bro. I think we need a young, athletic big who is a lob threat and can rebound, and not even necessarily one that needs to be a backup or anything. Like I love what we have with Vic, Cornette, Kelly, and Jeremy, but just someone in case like these scenarios where Vic's out, we're small. At one point, Jeremy Sohan was guarding Donovan Clingan, and there's nothing he could do without fouling. Could we afford Jaren Jackson, man, with everything that's happening with the Spurs? Like, I'm just talking about like a serviceable guy. Now, you're talking probably trade, but we just extended Fox, and I know we're talking trades again, which is crazy. We just re-signed Fox. Um, Obviously, we're going to have to. I'd imagine that Vic's gonna get some. You're gonna extend his to the max. Um, I don't know. I just don't know if it makes sense money wise. I'm just talking about like a serviceable young big who's athletic. I'm gonna bring up like a hypothetical kind of prototype that I'm talking about, like a Jackson Hayes. That's what I'm talking about. Someone who can just jump and is a rim protector somewhat. Because Bismack Biombo, he was great back a couple years ago. He was really good defensively, athletic. He's lost that. And I worry about these times when Vic is out, man. We're so outmatched size wise. We need something. We need something. We need help. Jaren Jackson Jr. though, crazy. I was saying that earlier too. I was actually on earlier, streaming. I had to leave the stream and just picked it up. But like he left one out to your point. He was in the paint in the middle of the paint and Donovan Klingon was under the basket. Luke Cornett had a little hook shot right there and he was just kind of like looking around for the pass. I was like, dude, you're shooting like 65, 70% in that area. Take that hook, man. But I mean, that's a small complaint for everything that Luke does. He took a nasty shot today to the face too. Not one of those fake flopping ones either. Klingon cracked him across the face. Dude, David, holy shit, bro. We're on the same page, dude. For real. That one where they called that foul, I was like, Mitch, what are you waiting for? Now, I will say, and I don't know if he would have challenged it if it wasn't for David Jones Garcia and the bench like calling out that the ball went out of bounds. I don't know that Mitch would have challenged it, but I agree with you so much. There's times through the game where I was like, dude, challenge that. And he just, oh, the foul on Jeremy Grant. That's what it was. Is that what you're talking about too, David? I was jumping around saying, challenge that shit now. The elbow. But the elbow was like unintentional, right? Like, yeah, he hit him in the face, but it was like just, it was a natural motion going up. But that Jeremy Grant foul, he fell before like Luke Cornett even landed. Yeah, I think the elbow, I don't think it was intentional. He was going up in his natural motion. But that 3 point, man, like I was like, Mitch, challenge that shit, and he didn't. Even though Luke Cornett was like telling him, dude, I didn't fucking touch him. Fucking Golden State, we needed them to win tonight, dude. Bastards. I think we're gonna be okay too, man. Um, I'm hoping that we get through this road trip because obviously Steph and Wimby didn't go on the road trip. So Friday is gonna be tough. We all know why, right? Jokic, I still think is the best player in the world. It's just gonna be tough for us in Denver. It's gonna be crazy environment. Another cup game. It looks like Steph's not traveling with the team. Vic's not with the team, so probably gonna be out them again. What'd y'all think of Dylan Harper's performance tonight? Thought he was obviously on a minutes restriction, especially that first stint that where he came in that first quarter. He played like 2 3 minutes, and Mitch took him out right away. Yep, agreed. Panobi, what's up, bro? Yeah, he was solid, man. Made that three. Man, if he gets that mid range down, he's gonna be damn near unstoppable, dude. Cause he can get to the basket. He's got a nice looking jumper. I remember coming into the draft, everybody was saying that that's his kind of opportunity to improve. His jump shot looks solid, but if that mid range can go down at a consistent rate, Yes, sir. I was actually on earlier, Panobi, and I had to drop. But I said, yeah, I'll come back on post game. This is when I get most interaction, anyways. Post game. So Panobi, I was hoping that we'd get some help from fucking Golden State tonight. I was hoping they would beat the Rockets, but no dice. That didn't happen. Houston beat them, so they stay at 12-4, while we're at 12-5. But David, going back, I think I agree with you. I think we're okay. We're good. We're in a good spot. Um, I think after the road trip, they'll evaluate Vic. They'll evaluate Steph. I don't know. I'm not too familiar on hip flexors or how long those usually take to heal. But I haven't kept up with the cup standings. Do you know how it's looking? We're looking really good, dude. I think it's us in Denver. Golden State, I think is out. Golden State is out, I believe. Uh, let's check it. NBA Cup. Yeah, we're right behind Denver. We're 2-1. Denver's 2-1. We're 2-1. Houston's 2-2. Um, Portland's 2-2. Golden State's 1-3. Oh, and Houston and Golden State are both eliminated. Wait, why isn't Portland eliminated? I'm confused. So the bracket we're in is Denver, us, Houston, Portland, and Golden State. Houston and Golden State are both eliminated. But why isn't Portland eliminated if they're also 2-2? Or maybe it just hasn't updated yet? Is that possible? So maybe Friday is like our game to see who comes out of our bracket. I haven't. They said the broadcast Portland was eliminated after losing to us. Yeah, so it hasn't updated. That's what I thought. So if we win Friday, I'm assuming we will move on. I don't know, and play the winners of like the other brackets. Damn, the Lakers are 3-0. OKC's 3-0, of course. Phoenix is 3-0. Wow. Yeah, there's some differentials, man. Um, Points scored, points against, all that kind of stuff. Yep. We did get some hope from OKC though earlier, beating Minnesota. Gave a little more gap there. And I mean, we didn't Golden State didn't help us by beating the Rockets, but the Rockets sort of helped us by beating Golden State to give us that more separation. And I don't know if it means anything, but Steph Curry was limping at the end of that game. So look out for that. Not that I wish injuries upon anybody, because obviously we're going through our own right now. But I'm just saying that could be significant. Yeah, I was just thinking that Golden State was gonna run tonight, man, because they were playing without Durant and Steven Adams. I really don't care about the cup either, David. Obviously it would be cool to like win it, but Friday is gonna be tough, man. I hate to like sound negative, but that's gonna be a tough one for us to get, especially going into Denver. Gonna be tough unless you know De'Aaron Fox can be De'Aaron Fox, and our role guys just go off. But that dude they have in Denver is incredible, man. All day, happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys and gals. Oh, and you know what? I forgot too. Aaron Gordon's actually out as well. He's out a couple of weeks. That right on time, Ponobi. Right on time. Yep. Again, not wishing anybody. Yes, sir, David. Hell yeah. Love our Spurs family, man. Um, I'm guessing there was no post game interviews tonight because it was so late already, and they're probably. I don't know. Do y'all think they're flying home to have Thanksgiving and then flying out, or just going straight to Denver? What do y'all think? Give me 1 second, guys. Straight to Denver. Think so? Facts. Facts, David. Wimby and Steph stayed in San Antonio to rehab. Does anybody know anything about hip flexors? How long those usually take? Memphis and Orlando, both gettable games. Orlando's playing a lot better recently. 2 weeks. Okay. Nice, dude. Are both of those games at home? Memphis and Orlando? Oh, both away games. Yeah, Orlando's playing a lot better than they were at the beginning. They were struggling at the beginning of the year. Hey, how about Detroit, man? Detroit, I think, is the real deal. We have the best record in the East right now. I'm actually shocked by Toronto, too. Depending on severity. Like, defensively, we need him. Obviously, his creation, too, but defensively, like tonight, he would have been on Danny Advia. And Advia is playing amazing. Not to say Steph would have shut him down or anything, but I think he would have done a better job fighting through screens and made it tougher on him to get those looks. But again, that dude was playing incredible. I think he just got tired and missed those like 6 free throws in a row. That was crazy. In the back of my mind, every time they'll hit like a three and then we'll turn it over and they'll get a couple of free throws or hit a two, it starts creeping in my mind like, here we go again. We're going to start losing this damn lead. I know that's terrible to think, but it's happened so much. What do you think of the NBA eliminates the back to backs? I personally, as a Spurs fan, love back to backs because I want to see them as much as possible. But I don't know, man. I love back to backs. I know Desmond Bain was really struggling at the beginning of the year. Um, did y'all see Andre Drummond and Wendell Carter Jr.? I think it was yesterday. They squared up like they were gonna fight. Of course they didn't. NBA, no, there's no fights in the NBA. He is a beast. He's always kind of been like that. I mean, he's a big ass dude. I'm sure he can. If his punch lands, it'll do some damage. But when's the last real punch thrown in the NBA? I don't know why these guys square up just for somebody to break them up. I guess Chris Dunn tried to throw a punch at uh, Hayes yesterday, but again, it was more of a slap than anything. Y'all think the Lakers can contend this year? Obviously, depending on health, right? I still think the Nuggets are a better team. I think Luca's playing out of his mind, but they're too reliant on Luca. The Thunder are just they're on another level, man. They're on a mission. But I really think when Denver's healthy and Cam Johnson gets into his role, I think Denver's scary still. I think between Denver and OKC, I just desperately want the Spurs to get into the playoffs to get that experience. Because if we get some playoff experience, watch out. Um, yes, David. I made a video early in the summer and predicted that. I agree, Panobi. I agree. Um, I made a video early in the summer, probably around June, that the Spurs should try and go after Nick Claxton and Cam Johnson. Nick Claxton, this is before we got Cornette, obviously, but I thought Nick Claxton would have been that perfect, like, defensive guy who was a lob threat for Fox, Harper, Castle. Um, Obviously, that didn't happen, but Cam Johnson would have been another perfect fit. A guy who can shoot. He plays incredible defense. Um, but he went to the right spot, man. He's perfect for Jokic. Did y'all see that pass Jokic had yesterday? It was amazing against Memphis. That dude is so damn good. And I will say that no matter what seed we have, even, well, let's root for a top six. That's what we want. We want a top six. Nobody wants to see us. I don't care if it's the Lakers at two, the Nuggets at three. Nobody wants to see the Spurs. A healthy Spurs, dude. Sabonis. Oh my God. If we can shift, how would that work? So that would be crazy. But no, again, but how much is Sabonis making? Well, Panobi, he's good. Now I understand like it probably doesn't logistically make sense financially and everything, but that dude could ball. Yeah, it's too much. 50 million a year? Hey, is that true, Panobi? Like they didn't end on good terms? I guess cuz Fox didn't tell him he was leaving. Just like demanded the trade. Is that what happened? Yeah, that's too much money, David. Like I'm saying like again, just a serviceable big man. Yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. Yeah, we don't want to see OKC, but I think Martian do like obviously it'd be very very cool for them to make a run at this thing and win this. But do we really care about the cup? So are we eliminated if we lose Friday? Oh, Jonas, not Valanciunas or Vucevic? Which one are you talking about? Vucevic, yeah. He he makes a lot of money too, though, doesn't he? Yeah, me either, Martian. I'm not sure how it works. Panobi, do you know that if we lose Friday, if we're out of the cup, it's better than 48 million, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. We don't want him. If you're gonna get a center, like a big man, I want him to be a lob threat, block blocking, rebounding guy. Winner takes our group. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Again, you never know. No Aaron Gordon. If it's almost damn near impossible for Jokic to have an off night, but if the others can have an off night, you never know. He's just so damn good, guys. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate Panobi. Trey Murphy. And his stock just keeps going up and up and up. You'd have to give up some pieces though, man. You got to be willing to part ways with some dudes. I don't think so either. I honestly don't. The only reason this came up, Panobi, is because I was saying we need a serviceable big man to replace Biombo. Like Bismack, great character guy, great locker room guy. Um, but we need somebody for these scenarios when Vic is out. Like there was a point earlier in the game where Jeremy Sohan was guarding Donovan Clingan. We can't have that, right? And even Kelly Olynyk is he can't match up with them. So when Vic's out of the game, when Cornette's out of the game, we need somebody who can be a rim protector and a rebounder. And again, he doesn't have to. I'm not talking about like a crazy guy. Like the scenario I brought Panobi was like someone like Jackson Hayes, an athletic big man. You know, come in, pick up a couple fouls. That's cool, but just be a body, man. Be a big man. And I'm not saying Jackson Hayes is the guy. I'm saying someone like the prototype of Jackson Hayes is what I'm talking about. But is he that like I know he was killing it in the summer league, and he made me put my foot in my mouth. Um, but I don't know if it's translated. I haven't seen anything on him. And is he that kind of like defensive presence? Because he's got game. I know he's got game. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of him. Yeah, he's a legit big. I thought we could have stole one of these damn bigs from Portland. They got a slew of bigs, man. Like someone like Robert Williams, for example. Perfect. That's the prototype I'm talking about. A guy that we could just have on the bench just in case. Just in case shit happens. Jakob, I would love to have Jakob back, but even Jakob now is making crazy amount of money. Yeah, and this like you could do it, David, but like this luxury tax, man, and this second apron. I don't know how it works. Like I'm not the best financial NBA guy, but like none of these owners want to get into that second apron. Yeah, it's too much, man. After what we just gave Fox, obviously we're gonna throw a ton out in the next couple of years. Yeah, me either, man. I don't understand it, but everybody's like petrified of going into that second apron. Are you guys cooking tomorrow? Or are y'all just showing up at the dinner table or lunch table, whatever, for a plate? And on the count of three, type in your favorite side. And if you don't put mac and cheese, you're crazy. One, two, three. Type in your favorite side. Derek Lively. Ooh. That would be amazing. Derek Lively's your favorite side? Ponobi. You're wild, bro. Mashed potatoes, all gratin potatoes. What are we talking about? Derek Lively would be crazy, bro. Mac and cheese and sweet potatoes. Yeah. Mac and cheese and yams. And I'm also love broccoli cheese casserole. Delicious. David, Spurs family, bro. Roasted potatoes. Okay, I see you. I see you, Panobi. I like green bean casserole too. I like everything. Honestly, the worst part of Thanksgiving's the turkey. I don't care how you cook your turkey. Majority of the time, it's coming out dry. You can fry it. You can roast it, and y'all can say, "Oh, yeah, I do it this way, and it comes out juicy." Come on, bro. Mac and cheese with bacon? Damn, you're getting wild, bro. Pumpkin pie or pecan pie? And if you don't say pecan pie, you're weird. Gotta get the leg. Oh, maybe that's the pecan, bro. Exactly, David. Is the leg supposed to be way juicier than the rest? Because turkey's just naturally dry. I'd rather have ham than turkey. If you have a piece of turkey without any of the sides with that bite of turkey, it's gonna be dry as shit. Be real. You never liked the look of pecan pie. Martian, bro, I thought we were good. You hurt my heart. You hurt my heart, bro. Was there a post game tonight? Or they get right on the. There was a post game tonight. Give me 1 second. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I imagine they're going straight to the Clippers team. Oh, did y'all hear what Kawhi said in his latest interview? I think he didn't mean to say it the way he said, but they were asking him like, "Hey, what's going on with um kind of the Clippers right now? Like, why are we struggling?" And David, yeah, he made the comment, "Yeah, we need to work better as a team. We need better talent." And again, I think they asked him right away. It was like, "You said y'all need better talent?" And he's like, "Oh, I just think we need to like grow as a team, play better as a team." But not the way he said it. The way he said it is like, "We need better talent," which is crazy because the Clippers got a bunch of talent. Bradley Bill out for the season. Did I see that correctly? Right? Yeah, he is. But they still got, you know who would be great? Zubac. But that dude probably makes a ton. Or if he doesn't make a ton now, he's gonna make a ton soon. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. When does Trey Young come back? Because I'd love for Atlanta to continue to lose as well. That would be nice. It'd be wild if we get another like top five. If he's moved, David, Houston would be crazy. If he got thrown in with Durant, if he got thrown in with Durant, Shangoon, and Amen Thompson, holy shit, watch out for the Rockets. That would be nuts. But they would probably have to give up someone like, or a couple of people. They probably have to give up like Reed Shepard. Tari Eason. Um, yeah, that would be nasty. That would be nasty if Ja went to Houston. I think he could. I think he would be a good match in Orlando too if he went out east. I know they got Jalen Suggs, but I mean, I think those are the two teams I see: Houston and Orlando. And again, if he goes to Houston, that would be nasty. No way, David. They would not. The Celtics management ownership would not want Ja anywhere near Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. There's no way. Ja's not a Celtic guy. I say Houston. I think Houston would be probably the landing spot because Houston is going all out right now. They know they have Durant for a year or two. So they will go all out to get Durant and Sengun whatever help they need to because they're gonna need to compete with OKC. But again, that means probably Reed Shepard, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and a couple of picks maybe. Mello. Melo's an interesting one. I don't know. I think it's a similar situation. He's I don't he I think it's a very similar situation. He doesn't have the off court issues the way Ja does, but I could also see him being scary in Houston with Durant and Shengun. I also want to say someone like Dallas, but Kyrie's gonna come back more than likely after the All Star break or around Christmas time. That's what it looks like, at least. No, I agree, man. They're great players. I don't know, man. Moves like that with those kind of guys, it's tricky. I could see both Melo or Ja going to Houston or Orlando. Both exciting, both very, very good. I thought Charlotte was playing pretty good though right now. You think they'll move Melo? Nah, I don't think Ja's washed. That dude's got so much talent. I don't think he's washed at all. It's just I don't know. I think he was a Taylor Jenkins guy. I don't know why they let go of Taylor Jenkins and him and this new coach don't. They're on the same page. Plus, he's had all these off the court issues. Um, he does need to grow up a lot and quickly because one more strike and that dude's going to be done from the NBA. And that would be sad because, again, he does have a lot of talent. But I just think Memphis isn't a good fit for him anymore. He needs to get out of there, get a fresh start somewhere. His dad's a jackass. Wish we should have got a kid from Atlanta. What kid? What kid from Atlanta, David? David, Jalen Johnson? Trey Young? You are you talking about Trey Young? But we wouldn't have De'Aaron Fox if we had Trey Young. Or you're saying you'd rather have Trey Young? Is that what you're saying, David? Yeah, he can't. He's a liability on defense. Hey, that's the other game, the last game, Phoenix. Tell me if y'all saw this too. Oh, Trey Murphy from New Orleans. Yeah, different player. Yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about Trey Young. Um, last game against Phoenix, David Jones Garcia came in. Dude, he was getting exposed on defense. They were blowing right past him. I don't know if y'all saw that too. Oh, you're all good, David. That's why we're here, bro. But did y'all see that? Or am I bugging? But there was like 3 or 4 possessions in a row where his guy just got right past him. Okay, so I'm not alone. Again, I know he's very very young. It's his first couple of games in the league. First couple, he barely getting minutes, but damn, they were blowing right past him. Yeah, offensively, I'd like for him to be more aggressive, and I can't imagine Mitch Johnson's not telling him to like pull the trigger, but I wonder what direction he's getting when he gets in the game. But I agree with you, man. That dude can pull up. He can take it to the basket, make tough shots. I would like to see him more aggressive, especially with Steph and Vic being out. No, I'm not saying to play like a vet. I'm saying is like on the defensive side, his guys were getting by him easily, man. But he'll learn from it, man. He's young. That's the thing, though, David, is like, especially with Phoenix these last couple of games, when they get to the paint, they're kicking out to their 3-point shooters. And right now, Phoenix has a ton of them, and they're all hitting. And that's what was happening. They were blowing past, and not just him, whoever it is, Devin, Julian, Keldon, they blow right by him. They draw in Luke or anybody. Gillespie was smoking us. Yes, absolutely. And that what's the other guy? The dude with a gap in his teeth. That dude's killing us too. Both those games. Yeah. You need to punish Gillespie for sure. He was working us, dude. David, I think that's crazy because I think Jeremy is our best. Like, he can switch everything. I think Steph is probably our best individual defender, but Jeremy, you can switch on everything because he can guard 1 through 4. Yeah, Dylan Brooks was smoking us. He started out rough. I think he started out like 3 for 12, and then just started. He had a couple of those like baseline faders that were just. He's come a long way offensively. You got to give him credit, man. Yeah, but David, I can't agree with the Sohan comment, man. He's the guy that can switch everything. Is it time to move on, Panobi? Yeah, it's a good point, dude. It's a good point. Yeah, he's one of those guys that he'll move on and he'll shine in another another team. I hope it doesn't get to that. I hope somehow we work it out. It works out, but his role seems to get. It's look like it's diminishing a whole lot, and there's a reason the Spurs didn't sign him. And I know he's very, very raw offensively, but Carter Bryant, I think he fits right into that 3-4 role. That could be, unfortunately, Jeremy's replacement at that. Yeah. I tend to agree, David, but I do like him getting NBA like real minutes. But I hear what you're saying. I definitely do. It's tough to hear because I really wanted Jeremy to work out, man. You know what's crazy? He's only 21 years old, Jeremy. This is what, fourth year, third year, right? Whatever it is, fourth year. Yeah, I man, I hear you, dude. I think right now, hate to even say this, I think what Kelly Olynyk brings to us right now is better suited for the team we have than what Jeremy is bringing currently. Yeah, agree, David. And again, I think to your point, the style of offense we're running, Kelly Olynyk is perfect for that. Right now, our offense is running through Kelly Olynyk. When he's in the game, that high pick and roll, that high dribble handoff, DHO, as the cool kids call it nowadays. And you know what, Panobi? You're right. He's been forced since he came into the league doing that. He's never played his natural role. There was the point guard experiment. He was forced to play center for us last year. Been unfair to him, man. It really has. Again, hope we're wrong, right, Panobi? But damn, Y'all are making good points as to why it's not working right now. I agree with Jeremy, but to me, Kelly Olynyk looks like he fits our team perfectly. And again, we're running our offense through him. He might walk, but I think yeah, this year I think he's very similar to what Boris. Well, he was not nearly what Boris did for us, but he's got that same style of game. Good passer, can shoot. Yeah, but we almost have to sign Barnes. He's playing too good, man. Yes, sir, David. You too, bro. Happy Thanksgiving, man. And he's making 19 mil this year. Hopefully, he takes a team friendly deal. I think he will. Spurs family, another win, another good one. We're back in the win column. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. Hopefully, the Cowboys get a win. Sorry if I'm making anybody upset by talking about the Cowboys, but I'm unfortunately a cow. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, at times, most of the time, a Cowboys fan. But I hope you all have a great one, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, peace, love, and go Spurs go.